I've had a very long and successful career in IT. Even when I started my career. So I went to IBM, and I can't even remember how it happened, and they did an aptitude testing and said you should go into IT. And then a couple of months later I went for another test at my magazine. They said you should do it. Okay, so here I am today, working with people, and I'm so fortunate to be able to tell people IT is great. So I work with people all the time. It works with IT. So, and I now recently started working at AdaptIT, which is very much still a growing company. They're listed on the Johannesburg Stock Exchange. They develop systems for businesses. Got quite a few very nice systems for the actually universities. Quite a few universities use our systems we develop. And the hospitality industry, that's like hotels and restaurants, they use our systems. And then the public sector. It's also very much benefiting from what my very clever colleague did. I specifically focus on enterprise performance management. In enterprise performance management, there's a lot of analytics and a lot of data coming together and helping organizations to not only make decisions, but also to predict what's going to happen in the future and form new plans. I know these are, and I'm very aware of all the masses of data that's happening at the moment, but there is also an additional challenge. Masses of data is not only available in for instance, customers. There's also very specific masses of information happening in every industry that customer is touching elsewhere. And we can't look at only customers, we also have to look at what is happening in the environment. What is happening with health now? It's going to touch every industry. The board members of every organization are currently talking this coronavirus. What is it that's going to happen to us? How is it going to affect our bottom line? What is it that we have to do that's going to be less of what we're doing, or is it going to be more of what we're doing? And you know, there's a real thing that the hospitality, the hotels, might become hospitals. We don't know. So we'll see how we get there. But the thing is, with all of that data being available, we're not getting the answers quick enough. And that's where data analysts and data scientists come in. And I think that's the one thing that all of you that sit here actually can do. You can work with data. So let me explain to you what we do to help our customers. We firstly, like I've just explained to you, we develop software solutions. We also then go and implement those solutions for our clients. And we will train the clients' staff how to use the solutions, and sometimes we also have to run those solutions for our clients. We obviously have got like help desks and so on, so if people run into problems, they can just pick up the phone or they can send a message to us and we will be there to help them. And of course, we continuously use masses of data that's out there to do research and development on where should we further develop. And I work with a lot of very talented people. And they come from, remember we're an IT development company. They come from all sorts of industries. And if the one thing that I can tell you is with conviction is that you need to find not only what your skills are, you need to find what you enjoy. Because guaranteed, when you find what you enjoy to do, you're going to have a good life, you're going to be successful, you're never, hardly ever going to be tired. You have to find the enjoyment. So that's it. Forget the money, forget all those other things, it will come. Find to do what you with your life, what you enjoy to do. All right, so that's the last coming for me. But and I'm fortunate. That's exactly what I've done. When I was a young woman, I felt for people who were doing work, and especially females. They were doing jobs that they hated, and I was never minded going to work because I loved what I was doing, and it was even in that I was able to cope with all these other things that only women have to cope with. Right, and we have got business analysts, we've got solution architects, we've got industry experts and subject matter experts, because we need to address the problems of specific industries. We don't, and those industry experts and subject matter experts are not necessarily our staff. It could be the people that's working in those industries, and then we partner with them, and we actually sometimes there's a customer coming to us and say, listen, I've got this problem, and then we develop an end-to-end solution for them. It's never just a one-off analytic thing that we do. Analysis is everywhere. It's built into every system nowadays. And that's another thing. People this side can code. Can we code? No, I can't code. We have to learn, that is, we all have to start coding. We all have to be able to listen very well. Those things are the things that are going to make us successful. We all have to be able to, and I'm going to get into that, we all need to understand, if you're going to work somewhere, you're going to work in an organization. You're going to work for money, and they want to get money from you. You need to start understanding finance. Go read about finance. There are lots of books about finance or non-financial managers, how to budget, all of those things. Do yourself a favor, find out what finance is. Actually easy. You don't have to understand the entire accounting thing. You only need to understand high-level stuff, and you will become a manager. So if you can't run the finances, it's not going to happen. Right, so I think I specialize in enterprise performance management. It is, there are two finance topics in a enterprise that's very, very important, and it's very challenging as well. And analysis normally leads to modeling. It needs to modeling of business. It needs to modeling of staffing and all of those things. It also can lead to modeling just what they call the chart of accounts. And then after you've modeled, you will then see, and often you also model different scenarios. You then come up with a plan. It could be a new business plan, it could be a plan of expanding into new areas. And then you start executing, and then you start reporting. And once you've got that report out and the board, look at this, okay, wait a minute, we need more analysis. And then the whole thing starts again. And this doesn't happen once or twice, it happens all the time, and it happens in every division of a business. That continuous and simultaneous cycle of analyzing, modeling, planning, and reporting happens all the time, everywhere. Now, financial consolidation is a process that every organization has to do. If you've got more than one office or one legal entity in your structure, you have to do financial consolidation. And that then gets submitted to a myriad, especially if you listed in the Johannesburg Stock Exchange, or maybe you listed in other countries as well. There are specific rules that you have to apply to, and you don't only have to do for financial reporting nowadays, you have to disclose a whole myriad of things. I'm not going to be able to cover all of that today, but I can assure you that all corporates nowadays have to report on things that make them conscious, that develops conscience in organizations. They didn't have that when I was a youngster. It was only the money that counted. Nowadays, that has changed. It's very good that has happened. but it brings challenges and it brings opportunities for more analysis. Now what happens in your financial consolidation system is that you've got like these big organizations that we've heard of. They speak different languages, but these people all have to talk to each other and they have to count every activity has to come together in one chart of account. I could be sitting in South Africa selling something to Greece, and Greece just takes that and actually ships it to China, and they then modify it and it gets sold in Germany. So, and everywhere in that cycle, something gets added and somebody gets paid and somebody gets taxed. And how do you keep track of this? This happens in one organization. Who's making profit? Where does the profit come from? Now all of that then has to happen in a system. It has to happen all the time, and it has to be right, else the auditors are going to catch you up, and the receiver of revenue is going to write you up, and they'll close the doors. So that is quite an important process. But that is only the report, what has happened in the past. Now what about the future? So then we say a similar application, similar structures and things like that, and we add a little bit of complexity to that, and we say, okay, across this whole world, we've got China and Germany and Greece and everybody not talking to each other, but everything comes together in the accountant's office. We now want to expand. Now what? So the board of directors sit and they've got a strategy, and a strategy then tell us what the organization aspires to achieve in a specific period of time. It's normally like a 5-year plan or 3-year plan, which is what we call the long-term plan. And then people start saying, okay, so we're going to expand, we're going to make new products in Mexico, and we're going to open more stores in South Africa. Right, and then HR looks and they say, okay, we'll need. No, actually, where it starts is that the people that need to work in the stores, those operations guys, they will say, okay, well, wait, we've got to build new buildings then, and we need to employ more people, and we need to bring in specialists and all of that, and that then IT says, okay, well, if you're going to do that, then we will need to buy more PCs, and we will have to do some more training, and we will have to put in a new system. So all of that then happens simultaneously, and all those plans then have to come together. And then as they progress, and they measure those things, they then get results, and they say, okay, this is not happening for us, we've got to replan, and they adjust. So that's where analytics comes to play. It is analyzing and using the data all the time. And what I think happens is that data analytics is not such a mystery. You all have worked with, for instance, R. You haven't worked with R. You all have worked with R. Have you not worked with R? Okay, we should get your name. We'll introduce you. You all are analysts, in fact, and you can all add value to businesses. They are very much in demand. The two most important positions in our organization, and that's actually a world trend, is data analysts, and they are just the people that make sure that we get all the data from those different sources, and they help us to make sense from out of it. So I saw there's another slide that I need to do this. Go to it. There we are. Okay, thanks.